Welcome everybody in. It is a PGR eSports. This is the Intimidator Superspeedway Series, and unfortunately last night, Thursday night, we had a postponement due to iRacing being down, but we are here on a Friday night for a special event here at Atlanta Motor Speedway. I am your host, Michael Triscaro, owner of PGR eSports, and I am with Team KSR's Joe Huerta. Joe, how you doing tonight, bud?
Doing pretty good, Mike. Decided to take a break from being behind the wheel. Watch all these boys racing on this hot, slick racetrack. So I'm excited. It should be a really good race.
That it should, Joe. I'm looking forward to calling this one and having you in here to help me do it. These cars, I'll tell you what, it's going to be slick. We got a 90 degrees here tonight. We're going to show everybody the race info on the screen. It's going to be 90 degrees, and that track time's going to be well over 100 degrees here tonight. We're going 90 laps in the Xfinity Series, 80% fuel, 2 sets of tires, 1 fast repair. It's fixed setups as always, and 3 green-white checkers. We're going to turn Joe's mic up just a little bit here if we can. But yeah, I'll tell you what, man, it's going to be a crazy race here tonight. We have, I believe, almost 50 drivers, if I'm not mistaken, in this race. I'm going to have to speed through the grid. We're not at Talladega. We're not at Daytona. It's going to be a lot shorter pace lap here tonight.
Oh yeah, a lot of new names, a lot of new faces. It's gonna take a few laps for everyone to get used to each other. So yeah, it should be really interesting.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Qualifying is just ending, but there is your race information here tonight as we bring up our tower here tonight. And qualifying is just getting done. It looks like Daniel Eberhard right now on the provisional pole. We'll have to see if he holds that one as we get ready to grid here for a Friday night at PGR Esports. And Atlanta, we did this race in the last quarter, and it was one of the best races we have seen as we try to pull up the grid here right now. And it will be Daniel Eberhard the third on the pole here tonight. Alex Hill of Nightmare Esports will start second. Malik Ray, Coke Series driver, will start third. And Ethan Eckert, great run for him, Team PGR, he will start fourth. Dylan Jones will start in fifth, and Matt Lee will start sixth. Kevin Freeze, he's going to be one to beat tonight. He'll start seventh. Dylan Basin will start eighth. Cody Niegels, a Nightmare Esports, he will start ninth. And Garrett Maines, another Coke Series driver, will start in the 10th position. Starting 11th will be Team KSR's Trevin Ashfordnoth and Landon Velicki for One Stop Motorsports. He will start in the 12th position. Jeffrey Merck for NBG, he'll start in 13th position. And RP Allen will start 14th tonight for Money House Racing. His teammate Bennett Allen, he'll start 15th, as Heath Job for Hyper Motorsports will start 16th. 17th will be David Flanagan from Texas, and Brian Hennings for Team PGR. He'll start in the 18th position. Andrew Zanto, he'll start 19th. Chris Walker will start in 20th. Starting 21st on the grid is Adam Young, and starting 22nd is Bobby Jones. Danny Barnes for Hyper will start 23rd, and Ron Morris Jr. will be the first in McCullough Motorsports. He'll start 24th. Tony Cox will start 25th tonight. Jesse Calloway, cool name right there, will start 26th. Thomas Wolf of Back Road Bandit Racing, he'll start 27th. And Christopher Carter from Ohio, he'll start 28th. Francisco Villarreal, he'll start 29th. The man's from Texas as Munasti Major from Florida, he'll start in the 30th position. 31st will be Philip Matthews from Georgia. Jared Haynes will start 32nd from One Stop Motorsports. 33rd will be Nim Silver. He got a free entry into the SummerSlam the other night in a recruitment race. 34th will be Noah Lurch from Illinois. Tyler Forby, another Illinois, he'll start 35th. And Brandon Broadfoot made the race. He'll start 36th. Terry Wilson, he'll start 37th here tonight, with Stephen Miles starting 38th. John Ward, Hyper Motorsports, he'll start 39th. Corey Cook, 40th. Aubrey Thompson from BAR, he'll start 41st. And Joshua McCullough, McCullough Motorsports, will start 42nd. Justin Mills, Aubrey's teammate, he'll start 43rd. Chris McCullough, 44th. Kenneth McCullough, 45th. Tyler Vickery, PGR, 46th. Jonathan Herbert, 47th. Mark Vondell, 48th. Steve Sizemore, 49th. Josh G. Ambrone, he'll start 50th. And Jimmy Emos made the race. Will start 51st position. Man, that's a heck of a grid to go through. We're about to miss the start of the race, bud. I got to get back on track here. This is crazy. A lot of good drivers up in this race here tonight, Joe.
Oh yeah, I'm looking forward to. I think it's really going to be a game of tire saving. I think the people that conserve their tires the most, stay up front, keep that track position, are going to be the ones who are going to be there on the final lap.
Yeah, this should be a very interesting race here tonight, and I'm looking forward to calling this one with you, Joe, and we'll see what our chemistry is like. But we're going to have to see what the chemistry is like on the track here tonight, because it is going to get wild. We have 90 laps on 90 degrees ambient temperature. I bet you that track temp is very, very hot. We'll be able to maybe look at that here in a little bit. But the pace car has pulled off. Daniel Eberhard, Alex Hill are going to lead them down to the Geico restart zone, and we are green here at Atlanta. Outside of turn number 4, the 9-0 all white. That's Daniel Eberhard III. He's going to lead him around here with Alex Hill right behind him. There's the 1-2 of Ethan Eckert. He's on the outside for Team PGR. Right now, we are pleasantly surprised by this start. Everyone's kind of taking it easy here, Joe.
Oh yeah, track temp's real hot. I think everyone knows that you got to survive early. You got to stay out of trouble. Oh, looks like we have an early caution.
And caution is out here early. And it looked like John Ward, maybe Tyler involved. Francisco Villery, he entered the pits, so I wonder if he had to dodge some bullets there. And we will have to go back and check that out on the replay. Fortunately for the drivers here tonight, there is one fast repair that was given out due to the track conditions. We knew they would be hard, and that they were here early for somebody, as we're going to go back and see exactly what that caution was for. And Joe, you'll probably be able to check it a little bit sooner, but I'm going to go back to the yellow flag here, and we are going to put it in slow motion for our viewers and see if we can figure out what exactly happened here. It looked like John Ward may be involved, and we'll have to see if that is in fact what the caution was thrown for. There's John Ward in the 92 Hyper Motorsports. I'll tell you what, Joe, he lost it. He snapped loose just about, and John Ward went for a spin all by himself right up in front of the 94 of Chris McCullough. The 92 went right back up into the wall, head on, heavy damage there for the 92. Man, it looks like Lurch just missed the 92. Maybe minimal damage for him, but wow, one of the best drivers in this field. I'll tell you what, bumpers off, hood is damaged. John Ward of Hyper Motorsports, he's going to be going right for a fast repair here early.
Oh yeah, but that's exactly what we expected. He's following Ron Morris close in tow, takes the air off that nose and just gets him, snaps around loose. It's really tough to save these cars around the track with the aggressive level of banking.
And you'll see it here in real time, and snap loose is the 92. And that's a really cool paint scheme John Ward has. It looks to be a newer one for him, and unfortunately it's roughed up early, but he'll be going down to pit road and taking his fast repair early. It looked like another car was into the inside wall there, just an innocent bystander there as we go back live to the front of the field, and it's PGR's Ethan Eckert, the 14-year-old from the west of Chicago, man. I'll tell you what, he's the newest addition to Team PGR, and I'll tell you what, he's been ruffling up some feathers a little bit, but He's been called the young Alex Hill, and that might not be too bad of a thing. That's a compliment right there, because Alex Hill, one of the best drivers in the field.
Oh yeah, I agree with that one. You know, Ethan isn't he isn't known for making friends around here, but you know what? You don't need to. As long as you're staying up front and you're running what's best for you, getting those wins, finishing in those money positions. That's all that matters.
That is all that matters, and we're gonna try to see if we can pull up the track temperature for everybody, trying to locate that right here for our viewers. And here we go. Here's the weather. It is 90 degrees outside, but look at the track temperature, 143 degrees. That is hot, and that could be another reason why John Ward spun. Unbelievable track temperature right there. And this is going to be a crazy race the rest of the way we go.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever seen a track temp that high before, but for the most part, everyone's keeping pretty clean, being careful this opening portion, and we'll see what else we can get with this green flag coming up.
And Ethan Eckert's going to lead him down here for the first time tonight for him. It'll be Daniel Eberhardt, your pole sitter, on the outside. Alex Hill will start in third. There comes Malik Ray, Coke Series driver. He's fourth. And rounding out your current top five, Landon Velke of OSM. So, yeah, this should be interesting, man. We have an assortment of different drivers here in this race, and it'll be interesting to see how this all going to shape out. But Ethan Eckert, he is going to lead them down here, and we only have one set of tires that these drivers here can take tonight. So obviously that's why you didn't see anyone really making a pit stop there, as we are green here again at Atlanta.
Good start by Eckert. He gets clear of the top lane. Eberhardt and Coke Series driver Malik Ray in tow.
And we'll have to try to see if we can go up in the blimp, because there is a lot of action all over this track. We are not normally at Atlanta, and we are here tonight, and we have 50 plus Xfinity cars out here on this track slipping and sliding, and we'll try to get you through the field just a little bit. A little bit farther back, you're going to see Dylan Jones right there. He's running in the 6th position. And we have Garrett Maines a little bit farther back. He's running in the 10th position right now, as he's making his way up to the front here early. And we have another caution.
Oh, we got
caution here. We'll have to see exactly what happened there. Another caution, and it looks like many are wrecked up here. Probably going to come from the back, which is unusual here early, but we'll have to go and see exactly what happened. Munasti Major involved. It looks like Danny Barnes, Terry Wilson, Mark Vondell, Jonathan Herbert, Chris McCall. Man, there's a lot of guys involved in this one. We're going to slow this down for everybody here. You see Munasti Major there in the green 82 Sprite Xfinity Camaro. There goes the 3. That's Terry Wilson, and that was what everyone was nervous about. What was going to happen with Terry Wilson? And Terry Wilson just came down the track there and put the 87 right into the wall. And we'll have to see what exact car the 87 is. Not sure if you're able to see the name on that one, but
87, that's Jonathan Herbert.
that's Jonathan Herbert. So we're going to rewind it just a little bit more. And you see right there in the blue car, that's the 3 of Terry Wilson. And I'll slow it down for you here. I don't know if he gets loose a little bit. He's going to come down the track. He's going to hook the 87. The 87 is going to go straight up into the wall. And that's going to be unfortunate for Munasti Major. He's involved. There comes Danny Barnes. He can't avoid it. And you see that looks like the 59. That's going to be Mark Vondell behind them. And it's just the stack up behind that spin. So not exactly sure there what happened in Terry Wilson's cockpit there. We'll have to go and see if we can ride along with Terry Wilson and see if we get a better vantage point there of his cockpit view. And here
Yeah,
we go.
That's very tough. He's on the high side. Obviously, it's hot, it's slick, it's hard to control these cars once you get out of control. But he just got Jonathan Herbert right there and tagged him, and unfortunately caught up another few innocent bystanders in that one.
It was, and it's crazy. I was just looking at this replay, and even if you look out front from his cockpit, we already had cars on the apron. We had cars
We did.
spinning, and it's some of these guys, they're just pushing it too hard. You're gonna have to lift going into the turn, and you're gonna have to coast a little bit before you get back on that gas tonight. And these drivers are gonna learn that here early. But so far up front, all these guys doing a great job of keeping it straight, and we're just having some issues here in the back, but hopefully sooner than later we can get some of those cleared up. But we want to see some green flags stops here, or not some green flag stops, but we want to see some green flag racing and really wear out those tires here tonight.
Yeah, talking about those cars that got on the apron, that was a pretty sweet double save. I'm not sure what the car is in front, but Thomas Wolf, a few times he got sideways there and then was able to save it. So, new name around here, already shown that, you know, he may be able to wheel a car around.
All right, we're set to go green here again. Ethan Eckert still in the lead with Daniel Eberhardt here on the outside. 50-some plus cars on track here tonight, guys. We are going to try to get through the whole field as we were just trying to do before that last caution came out. I know a lot of drivers not happy with Terry Wilson right now, and I'm sure our race controller, Kenny Reel, keeping an eye on him here tonight as Tucker McClendon in Chad says Terry has to go, but we'll have to see how that goes. Devin Ray, he is psyched up for the JSR KSR team here tonight. And we also have Shirley Cox. She's cheering for Tony Cox here tonight. And I know she's a nurse, so shout out to her. We had a nurses week the last time I think we were at Atlanta, so awesome. Great job, Shirley, for all that you do here as being a nurse and first responders. All our military, we always want to thank all of them. Without them, we can't do what we do here. So a lap 11, we're going to be coming to the green. Lap 12 of 90 is going to be coming up here. And yeah, I'm just more curious to kind of go through this field with you, Joe. It's kind of just been showing the front, but it'd be nice to see if we can get a better view of everybody going through the field here as the pace car is going to take that dive down to pit road. Ethan Eckert, he's going to lead them again to the green flag. Daniel Hubbard on his outside, and we are back green here at Atlanta.
Again, a really good jump by Ethan Eckert. Gets clear of the outside lane.
Yeah, he's doing a very good job, man. 14 years old. Got a chance to actually talk to him earlier today. Really good kid. Once he can rein it in just a little bit and get some more seat time with this group of drivers, I'll tell you what, he's going to be a force to be reckoned with here. Here you go see the 7, Malik Ray. He's going to be on the outside. He's going to be chasing down those leaders right now. Looks like kind of dominant on the bottom right now. Not so much in the middle, but now we got 3 wide almost up here with Allen. That's going to be RP Allen. He's going to make it 3 wide, and we have a race here up front.
Oh, good move. Got a little sideways there, but he was able to stick.
And we're going to get up here in the Goodyear blimp, Joe, because it's hard to see what's going on.
We got
one off, hard into the wall. He's going to get on the brakes, hopefully not come back up the track, and here is another caution here tonight. And I'm sure Kenny wanted to throw that one because that car looked like it was coming right back up onto the track. And smart move there by him. And, man, I'll tell you what, these drivers are having a heck of a time.
Yeah, I believe Heath got some help there, unfortunately, from the rear bumper. Looked like bad Allen.
And here we go. We're going to see Heath Job in the 760. And there's Allen in the 15.
Yeah, just looks like he clipped him there. You cannot push exit a corner in these cars. They will turn them around 100% of the time. So Ben and Allen, a new name around here. That's just one of those things you need to learn, and I've been on that side. So
a very hard hit to the inside wall for Heath Job. Not going to be happy at all about that. Luckily for him, they'll have a fast repair, and he'll have to come down and get it. He has absolutely no hood. Hoping he does not have to tow, because if he has to tow, he's going to definitely lose a lap or two here tonight, being that it's only a mile and a half. And unfortunate turn there for the Hyper Motorsports driver of Heath Job. And Kenny Reel did a great job. You never know, that car was spinning, and it was coming fast back up to the track. Luckily, Heath was able to get on those brakes and save it from coming up into the racetrack. But That is our third caution here tonight, and we're going to try to see if we can get a word with a driver in this race and try to get some insight onto what is going on. And we're going to see if we can pull in Cody Neagles. Not sure if he is in the Discord. We'll have to give him a look. He is not, so we're going to have to try to find someone else. Maybe we'll find Trevin Astronaut. He would be a great guy to bring on in at this time. So let's see if we can get a word with Trevin Astronaut. Trevin Astronaut, you got a...
and spit on that thing.
Oh my
Brother,
God, that might have made the broadcast. Unbelievable. That was like, the worst, best timing of all time. So to all our viewers that heard that, yep, that's what you heard. Anyways, Trevin Astronaut, KSR, how you doing, bud?
Man, you always know, brother, over here in the Jack Shack, just jacking.
Well, I'll tell you what, man. We got 3 cautions here early, and you tell us, man. It's a hot track. How slick is it out there?
Yeah, Mike, you guys made this thing. It's on the edge, brother. I lied. I've seen it before, but it's a driver's track right now. This is probably 30-40% super speedway racing. The rest is probably mile-and-a-half racing, brother. I love it. I love this track. I love everything about it. Bring it back. Bring it back next quarter, man. Run it more than Talladega. This is awesome. Granted, a couple wrecks going on here and there, but that's gonna weed itself out. Prepare for a long green flag run here. Pretty shoot. That's usually how it goes. After 3, we get a green flag run. So let's see how it goes, brother.
All right, well, hopefully we'll be talking to you soon, man. Stand by. We'll hopefully get another word with you, and good luck tonight.
Oh, yeah, of course. Hey, look out for my boy Joe up there in the booth, baby. That's old Bandolero, first time in the booth, so shout out to him.
Appreciate it.
Sir.
All right, well, that was old 2-time, as you'd like to call him here in PGR. That's Trevin Astronaut, always one of the best interviews in the game, as he is having some fun tonight, bud.
You wouldn't expect any different from him.
I know you wouldn't really hear, but and I'll tell you what, we have a little change up here in the front. It's Malik Ray there in the 7 car. He's now your leader. Ethan Eckert falls from 1st to 4th there, as Malik Ray's going to lead them down here to green. Daniel Eberhard there on the outside, and we are back green. A great start from Malik Ray.
Again, that inside lane able to pull off the restart. I'm looking to see the outside lane get a good run off turn 2. Maybe it could be in a good position for Eberhard.
And Eberhard's going to file down there in 3rd position. And I'll tell you what, Dylan Basin in the 11. Here he comes. He's there. And Daniel Eberhard trying to make a run up here on the top with Ethan Eckert. Here is the 8 machine of RP Allen having a great run here early is RP Allen. You see him in the blue and white. We'll have to get a little different camera view here. There he is. He looks like he's in the college series. You also have Landon Velke in the 62, a great run early for him. He's there in the OSM machine. So, and here comes not MBG, more MBG teammate, but Matt Lee of Nightmare Motorsports. Here he comes, man. And I'll tell you what, the drivers, this is a driver's track. Well, here come the drivers to the front.
Especially in conditions like this where tires are so important. The cream rises to the crop here, and that's exactly what we're seeing here so far tonight.
Yes, it is. And right now, I'll tell you what, you got Malik Ray, Daniel Eberhard. They're battling for the top position. And it's, Garrett Maines, he's hanging around the 10th position so far. Hasn't really been able to advance any higher than that. Dylan Jones, he's been comfortably here in the top 10. And right now, the top 10 is where it's at. You're going to want to be up here, I think, Joe, and try to avoid the chaos of the back. There's a lot of, maybe not inexperienced super speedway racers, but a lot of inexperience in the back on a hot, slick track like this.
I agree. And just managing traffic, especially when you're trying to save tires, is next to impossible. If you're up front, you're able to save those tires, conserve, keep your track position, and it's a much more comfortable position to be in.
Okay, you see Malik Ray leading there. New driver here tonight. And I'll tell you what, he's doing great. He was one of the last drivers to enter this race. It's Corey Cook there. He's in the 61 machine in that green and white. As you see him going around there, he's chasing down the 89 of Trevin Astronaut. He's trying to go to the inside of him. Behind him, in the Kellogg's 25 machine. That is Kevin Freeze. He is second only to Cody Eagles in all-time PGR wins. And who's behind Kevin? Well, I'll tell you what, that's Brian Hennings in one of the most stunning paint schemes on this track right now. That's the SummerSlam 499 machine, and I'll tell you what, that thing is looking fine, man. We'll have to get a closer look if we can at that. That is one heck of a race car.
Yes, it is. That's one of my favorite schemes that I've been seeing in the more recent weeks leading up to the SummerSlam 499 coming up pretty soon. Excited for that. Already got my entry in, and I don't know. It's very, very exciting, and ready to get racing and qualified for that one.
Absolutely. Another newcomer in the last few weeks to PGR. That's Dave Flanagan in the 26. He's racing hard. He's to the inside of the 74. He's racing, digging, trying to get to that top 15 right now and make his march all the way up. Right behind him is the winningest driver in PGR eSports from Rolla, Missouri. That's Cody Eagles in the 6. Being patient right now. I'll tell you what, he's got a handful of the 15 car of Bennett Allen behind him. Wow, Cody better be careful. Bennett was it looked like it, wasn't he involved a little bit earlier tonight?
Yes, Bennett was the car that unfortunately turned Heath, but looks like he's looking to recover and make his way back to the front.
And there goes Allen. He's off the pace just a little bit. I'll tell you what, glad I had the camera panned all the way here in the back to Christopher McCullough. Man, you see Christopher McCullough completely loose into the turn. I'll tell you what, from this guy from Savannah, Georgia, this is his track. This is his favorite track to run. He wins here a lot. But I'll tell you what, tonight's a whole different ball game as you see that 94 almost turned sideways. And man, Joe, I'll tell you what, we got 90 laps here tonight. The halfway point is 25. At some point, you're going to have to get tires, and you're going to be smart about it. You got to at least make it halfway, in my opinion.
I agree. You can't take tires early here. You need rubber at the end of the race to make those aggressive moves and advance your position further up through the field. And if you ain't got the rubber for it, it ain't going to happen.
Farther on back, this is Chris Walker, currently in the 24th position. Right behind him, Jeffrey Merck from Punta Gorda, Florida, there in the 60. A little bit farther back from all of them, you're going to have Philip Matthews, a newcomer here as well, 41 machine for him. And all these guys right now in the back doing a very, very good job of keeping it straight.
Yeah, they were 3 wide a few laps ago when Allen was coming back up the track, and they all managed that very well. Very impressive.
It really is. John Ward, Terry Wilson, Heath Job, Jonathan Herbert, Bobby Jones, right now they are the ones off the pace. They were all the ones that had issues earlier. So right now only 5 of 51 drivers having issues. So we still have 46 drivers here on the lead lap. Danny Barnes being one of them. Here he is in the Hyper Motorsports. He's just kind of hanging out. You know, he's playing it safe. He's going to let all the carnage happen in front, try to save as much tire as he can, and hopefully make his run. As we go back up front, we have a new leader. It's Daniel Eberhard III.
Looks to me the lanes of the dominant lane has switched in the past few laps here. Mostly everyone was on the bottom, but
oh, there goes Matt Lee down to the apron. Is he going to hold it? He does. Matt Lee's onto the apron. Let's see if we can go to Matt Lee and catch him up there.
Trevor Oswald gets turned.
Huge wreck. Huge wreck here. Yellow flag is out for the 4th time here tonight. Jared Haynes, Trevin Astronaut, Tyler Vickery, all involved. Chris Walker, Jeff Merck, Christopher McCullough, Adam Young. Wow, we have a big one here on lap number 27. Wow, and we almost caught that in the camera view. And we're going to have to go back here and show everybody the replay. It looks like Chris McCullough and Trevin Astronaut will have to see. We're going to put it in slow motion, Joe. And you see the 94 in the middle of the track. Trevin is on the bottom pushing Landon Velicki. And I'll tell you what, Chris McCullough, I don't know. It looks like a combination of the 89 coming up just a little bit and the 94 coming down just a little bit. Not sure there's any fault there. Man, it just was a perfect storm, and the 94 sends the 89 up. Man, Dylan Jones just escapes that one. Hard hit for Trevin Astronaut. Heavy damage to the 94. Jared Haynes is going to come in. He has nowhere to go. Man, what a wreck here. And we'll have to see who else is involved behind all of them. We could go to Tyler Vickery's on board. It might give us a really good look at this one.
Yeah, that was a tough one. Unfortunately, it looks like that would be on Chris. I don't think it would be of a fault of his own because I think he was following the car that was coming back down the racetrack that was on his top side and maybe didn't know how close he was to Trevin there, but just unfortunate for a lot of these guys getting taken out again really early.
Yeah, here's the onboard of Tyler Vickery, just nowhere to go. He's going to get at the side of the Jared Haynes and right up into the catch fence here at Atlanta. Nowhere to go for him. And we'll see kind of a little bit farther back and see what happened with Chris Walker. Here's his onboard. Man, you could just see all these cars all sideways in these turns, just holding on like it's ice out here. As you see the wreck way up ahead, we'll see if Chris Walker was able to avoid it. Trevor Ashroth hard into that fence. There goes Chris McCullough. Everyone else here on the top lane stacking up. Jeff Merck right in front of Chris Walker here. And yeah, Chris Walker's just going to get in the back of the 60 a little bit. And let's see, he's able to hold it. He's able to get on those brakes. You see all that smoke. He's no clue what he's going through there. What a great shot on the onboard here, Chris Walker.
Yeah, he did a really good job there using the wall to slow him down without causing major damage to his car. As long as he doesn't have any wheel damage, I think he came out of the wreck unscathed there.
And we're going to have to see and go back up front. It is going to be still Malik Ray, NASCAR Coke Series driver Malik Ray. I believe, Joe, if I'm not mistaken, Malik Ray's only Coke Series win came at Atlanta this year.
Yes, it did. It came, I believe, a few months ago at this point. Yeah, he ran up front the entire time, so not surprised that he's up here at all.
Not surprised at all, but I'll tell you what I'm surprised about is that guy there in second, the 14-year-old from Illinois, Ethan Eckert, doing a great job hanging with these guys here tonight. Man, what a story that would be if that 12 can get the victory lane.
Yeah, I used to run a lot of C-Fix with Ethan Eckert a few months back, and of course he's always up front there, so I think it was only a matter of time before we would see him up front and say, I don't want to say dominating yet, but could be put on a great performance tonight.
Yeah, we talked about him a little bit earlier, but these two right here, R.P. Allen from Great Falls, looks like Montana, and Corey Cook. Man, those two guys right now being shown in third and fourth, new drivers here in the PGR eSport world, and I'll tell you what, those guys are not only holding their own, man, they are in money positions right now, as is Andrew Zanto and Landon Veliky, so a great run right now for all these guys here in the top six. You see Landon Veliky there in the 62 of OSM from Lake Martin, Alabama. As we get set to go back green, the pace car is on pit road now. The 7 of Malik Ray is in the Geico restart zone. Green flag is back out here at Atlanta.
Impressive restart by Malik. He's able to get a few car lengths in front of the field here.
That he is, as we get a view up from the Goodyear blimp, and a great view that is of the 8. There goes the 8 of R.P. Allen. He's going to go to the lead. Here comes the 12 of Ethan Eckert as well. The 61 in tow from him. The 61 of Corey Cook. So right now we are side by side. We have a lap down car. He better get up to the wall. He does. 2 by 2 here at the front of the field. It's going to be the 8 of R.P. Allen leading that one. And man, here comes the 14 as well. The 14 now in the picture of Andrew Zanto. He's in the NOS Energy. Man, I'll tell you what a race so far up front. These guys doing a great job.
Yeah, this is very impressive by the top 10. It looks like we got a caution here on the racetrack.
We do have unfortunate caution. It looks like Munasti Major again, Tyler Forby, Justin Mills all crash. As we see your race leader Malik Ray, well, not your race leader, the race leader now, R.P. Allen of Great Falls, Montana. And we're going to have to go back to this yellow flag and figure out what exactly happened here. Nasty Major crash. So crash is back here, back in the pack. I'm going to run it slow for everybody here. As you see.
Yeah, looks to me, Mike, it was a bottleneck situation getting around that lap car that we had. You saw in frame come through the tri-oval, and couldn't negotiate enough room for everyone in the back there.
Yeah, it looked like the 47 was up. The 11's going to have some damage. That's a beautiful looking car right there. And the 11, man, heavy damage for him. Slow this down just a little bit more. We could get some names of these drivers. A lot of new names here in the PGR eSports here tonight, as we are battling hard here at the 1.5 miles of Atlanta Motor Speedway.
Yeah. Looks like they get 3 wide around that lap car, and unfortunately Jimmy Emos gets on the apron there and uh, catches up a few of them.
Here's the
And
chopper
unfortunately,
cam.
Ron
We'll go
Morris
back.
and Ron Morris caught up once again in one of these wrecks that are not necessarily a fault of his own.
Yeah, the bumper ripped up there in the 24, that Trump machine. It looks like Brandon Broadfoot maybe went for a ride there. Munasti Major, Ron Morris Jr. Hopefully Heath Job's all right. Looks like he was able to make it through that one. There comes John Ward trying to get back here at Atlanta Motor Speedway. He had an early problem here tonight as we step back up here live with your race leader, R.P. Allen. Malik Ray being scored in second place. Ethan Eckert in third. Corey Cook in fourth. Landon Velke right now, he's rounding out your top 5 with Andrew Zanto in sixth. David Flanagan running in the 7th position with Daniel Eberhardt III, your pole sitter here tonight, in 8th. Jesse Calloway, great run here early for him in the 7-Eleven machine. He is being scored at 9th. And Dylan Basin, sponsored driver here tonight in that 11 machine, he is scored in 11th. Coke Series driver Garrett Maines, we've talked about him a couple times. He can't crack. he gets to 10th, but he has not been able to break through that, and that is very, I'll tell you what, Joe. Maybe that's on purpose. Maybe he's, taking care of those tires better than everyone else right now behind him, and it's just a matter of time before we see that one machine go to the front.
Yeah, I've been watching him because obviously you expect him to be up the front of these races all the time. But he's been riding the bottom, saving his tires, not pushing the issue too much. So I think he's sandbagging a little bit here. So I'll be interested to see in the next 15, 20 laps to see him make his way back up front.
And a couple spots behind him is Alex Hill from Peachtree City, Georgia. We'll see if he can get up to the front. You got Kevin Freeze a couple spots behind him, and that sharp-looking Kellogg's car. And you got Tyler Vickery, Team PGR, and that man from Orlando, Jeffrey Merck, behind him. Brian Hennings. And I'll tell you what, yeah, things have been heated up since we got on this track for practice, because we got 140 plus degree track temp here today, 90 degree ambient temperature, sun's out, there's not a cloud in the sky here at Atlanta Motor Speedway. The fans are packed. Joe, we're about to set to go green again. Unfortunately, 5 cautions here early, but we kind of knew that going in, it might happen, and honestly, the driving really hasn't been that bad.
Driving up front has been very clean and competitive. Hopefully we can get a green flag run in here, see what they can do.
Yeah, and that spot for the free entry into the slam is coming up here in 10 laps. We're back green here at Atlanta Motor Speedway. Ethan Eckert making a charge to the back of the rear of the 8. Malik Ray, he's going to file down to the bottom. He's going to stay and fall into 3rd place right now, as looks like Landon Velke, he's going to have that spot for 4th. Andrew Zanto's going to follow him down, so a sit and duck right now is going to be that green machine you see right there of Corey Cook, as Malik Ray looks to regain the lead here. He's now underneath both the 8 and the 12 here, coming out of turn number 4.
Yeah, Malik making that inside move on RP Allen. RP, he's new here. Not everyone knows his name, but, he's not scared to show his nose up front and lead some laps here. I'm very impressed.
I'm impressed, too. I've been very impressed with just about the entire front of this field. And right now, cracking the top 10, you see Jesse Calloway. He's making a great run here early. But, I'm starting to wonder. You got some of these guys that you normally don't see up here in the top 10, and I'm just wondering if they're not saving their tires much. And you see some bigger names, maybe from the 10 to 20th positions, that might be saving and having a little bit better strategy. We'll have to see as the race goes on how that ends up being, as we're almost 3 wide up here in the front. Allen's almost all the way to the wall. They are slipping and sliding.
Hey, you might be right, Mike. I don't know how much tire RP Allen may have been using, but Not sure if that was just a moment there or he's beginning to struggle. It'll be interesting to watch here.
It really will. Man, I wish I had all my camera packs from Daytona and Talladega. I'm struggling here to find some good ones, but right now, great racing up front. Here in the chopper view, you can just see how much these cars are moving here as we get down into turns 1 and the exit of turns number 2. Landon Velke right now, I'll tell you what, him and Andrew Zanto on the move. They are looking to get to the lead. Malik Ray, he's going to go up to the top. That's going to open the door for Velke. Velke's going to go down. They split him. Malik Ray's middle. We are 3 wide here at Atlanta. Malik Ray now is going to inch ahead of Velke. Man, they're checking up hard. Oh, they have to get out of the gas. Malik Ray's going to hold that spot for now. Man, we are racing here tonight.
Yeah, they're trying to get to that. We're 5 laps away from the halfway break. The winner of the halfway gets a free entry into the SummerSlam 499. So there's some stuff up for grabs.
Yeah, yes, it is. Lap 45. That's going to be coming to lap 46. We're almost there. A free entry into the SummerSlam 499 on July 27th and 28th is up for grabs for all these drivers here in the front. How hard are they going to race for it? That is the question. They still have, we got a wreck. Andrew Zanto into the outside retaining wall.
Looks like luckily only a 2-car incident there.
The 14, what a run Andrew Zanto was having here tonight. But unfortunately, he's going to be heading right to pit road for a fast repair. Oh my God, we'll have to run this back just a little bit and see what happened. We are coming close. I'll tell you what, we're going to be really close. I think we're going to take the green and maybe have a lap or two, if that, to decide the free SummerSlam entry. But
yeah, I think it's going to be a 1 or 2 lap shootout here to settle it.
That's going to be fun.
Oh, yes, it will.
Here we are on the chopper view. We're going to run it in slow motion. Here's Andrew Zanto. We are 3 wide. Here's the 15 of Allen. He's on the bottom. Jesse Calloway on the top. 3 wide. We're going to be exiting turn number 4, heading to the front stretch here. Here comes the 15. He's going to come up the track just a little bit. A lot of room. All these drivers doing a great job. And I'll tell you what, Andrew Zanto made a little mistake there. He's going to come up the track, get into Jesse Calloway, and that's going to be the cause of the year caution. As Andrew Zanto, the 14th. I don't know if he didn't see the 4 coming, but he was 3 wide, and he's going to go right up the track into the 4. And unfortunately for Jesse Calloway, I'll tell you what, he was having a heck of a run.
Yes, he will. Yes, he was. I think that was just that's a tough spot to be in. You know, 3 wide, you're on old tires, trying to get to that stage break to see what position you can get, maybe get that free entry. But yeah, just unfortunately came with the racetrack, and Andrew got spun there and taken out.
We'll see if we could get a view. I'd love to see the view here. A vantage point of the 11. It looks like that's Dylan Basin. I'm going to pull up his cockpit camera here. We're going to go back to slow motion, and we'll see. You can just see all these cars. Right there, you see the 15 of Allen's going to come down. And if you look to the right of your screen here, outside Dylan Basin's windshield, you'll see Andrew Zanto go for a little bit of a ride, and Dylan Basin in the right spot at the right time, hugging the white and red line here. Man, you could just see him sawing on that wheel. Man, this is heck of a drive. There goes Andrew Zanto right to the outside wall, and Dylan Basin, like I said, in the right spot at the right time. He's going to drive off.
Yeah, it was very unfortunate. I don't think Andrew Zanto meant to be that high up on the racetrack and get into Callaway, but it's the name of the game sometimes, and mistakes happen.
Well, there's your race leader, RP Allen. This is lap number 43. And it looks like we'll turn to lap 44, go 1 to green. And like you said, it looks like we're going to have a 1-lap shootout for the free entry into the SummerSlam 499.
I'm looking for a very aggressive 3-wide move, either into turn 1 or entering turn 3 when the outside lane gets a good run. So hopefully we can make it all clean and make it through the other side clean, but you never know.
Yeah, it's going to be very interesting to see what happens here up front. How hard do these drivers want to push their tires? We are going to be halfway through. We're going to take the green flag. That'll be lap number 45. At the conclusion of lap 45, we will stay green. But the leader of that lap, they will win a free entry into the SummerSlam 499. Joe, I'll tell you what, I'm almost happy I'm up in the booth tonight, man, because this is wild.
I am too. I think glad I'm not behind the wheel tonight. I think it's a lot safer, and we're in the air conditioning, staying out of the 90-degree weather. So yeah, definitely count my blessings up here.
Well, there you see the 4 guys carrying an onboard camera tonight. It's Cody Eagles in the 6. It's going to be Jared Haynes, it's going to be Trevor Astronaut, and Tony Cox. Those 4 all carrying onboards. We'll hopefully be able to bring some interviews here in a little bit to some of those guys as we get set to go back green here. And this is all about the SummerSlam 499 right now. As RP, Allen, Malik Ray, Ethan Eckert, Corey Cook, Landon Velicky, your top 5. The pace car has dove the pit road. 1 lap is going to decide the free entry to the SummerSlam 499. As we are back green, there goes the 8 of RP Allen. A great push from Ethan Eckert.
Again, another great jump from that inside lane, RP Allen. You got Ethan Eckert in tow, Malik Ray falling back.
Yeah, it looks like Allen right now is Ethan Eckert going to make a move. He's going to go to the outside. He's going to block. They're all racing for a free entry into the SummerSlam 499. Here comes Malik Ray. He's going to go to the bottom. OSM's Landon Velicky. I'm not sure if he's going to end up to get it. They're in a drag race. Side by side is the 8 and the 12. Malik Ray, who is he going to push? He looks like he's going to push the 8. Is he going to go 3 wide? He's not. We have a drag race to the line. It looks like oh my God, Ethan Eckert. Ethan Eckert might be your winner for the free entry into the Slam. What a race to the line there. Oh my God, and there goes the 8. The 8's off pace. He's on the apron. He's going to have to woe it way down and get back on the track. I'll tell you what, Joe, he was racing so hard for that entry. There goes his tires, and he lost it just a little bit there, man. Oh, he's going to have to gain it back up and try to make a charge back to the front. But a big loss of track position there for the 8.
Yes, he did. It looked like he took it on that photo finish, so he got that free entry. But yeah,
I think that was Ethan Eckert, honestly, that got it. From my I saw the live scoring, and it read Ethan Eckert on my screen. But I'll tell you what, we might have to go back to a replay of that, because that was almost a photo finish there to decide who, in fact, did get that free entry to the SummerSlam. But my guess right now would be the 14-year-old from Chicago, Ethan Eckert.
Oh yeah, Mike, it was really close. It'll be tough to tell. Have to double check on that one in a moment as we got more action up front. Dylan Basin looking to take the lead here.
Yeah, Dylan Basin, a great drive for him. He's being sponsored tonight by Devin Ray, who's in the chat. Devin Ray pulling heavy for the 11 here tonight. He's vested interest in that one, and he is doing a great job as we are 3 wide up front. That 15, Bennett Allen, he has been on it tonight. And I'll tell you what, he's aggressive, very aggressive, and sometimes that's how you have to be, as we are, man, business is just picking up front. And there goes the 11 down to the bottom. He's going to block the 90th. Daniel Eberhard, Ethan Eckert, we are sliding. There goes Allen sliding. What a save by the 15th of Bennett Allen from Chattanooga, Tennessee. Oh my God, what a save. I'll tell you what, these guys are running on a razor thin edge here tonight.
Yes, they are. I believed he burned his tires getting up to the front, recovering from the early altercation, and that was a really good save to hold on to that race car.
And that it was. We go back up front. It's Dylan Basin. I'll tell you what, one thing I wish I was in the session able to talk to these drivers here tonight, because man, they're doing a great job. We got to applaud them. I know we've had some cautions, but for the most part, nothing egregious on the track, in my opinion. And just to see all these guys slipping and sliding, and as we're going to go back a little bit here to Philip Matthews. Philip Matthews, a great run for him in the 41. We have a lot of new blood here in PGR this week, and a lot of these recruitment races for the 499 coming up. Man, they've been getting some new drivers in here, and these new drivers, I'll tell you what, they have no fear.
No, they do not. You're right about that. A lot of new names. Excitement. There's excitement about the SummerSlam 499 coming out. Word is spreading, so a lot of new faces. Great to see.
We take a look a little bit farther back. It's Cody Eagles. He's kind of been waiting in the weeds here tonight. Nightmare eSports, and he's used to just hanging out with his buddies up at the front of the field at Talladega and Daytona, but not so much here at Atlanta. it kind of takes the team aspect out of it a lot, especially with the racetrack being this hot. And then the man from Lowell, Missouri.
Oh, we got one of the wall.
Yes, we do. Caution is not going to be out. It's the 42. We were just talking about him. That's Philip Matthews, I believe. And I'll tell you what, great job. Great save by him, but heavy damage for him. So he's going to have to make a charge back up to the front, but not so sure he's going to be able to do that, man. He slapped the wall pretty hard.
Yes, he did. He got a tank slapper on going in through 1 and 2, and tough to save. Yeah, really unfortunate for him.
And we're showing you Jared Haynes here. He is bringing an onboard camera as well here tonight. Unfortunately, had some trouble here early in the race, so he's being scored way back in the 40th position. We have 51 drivers here tonight. We're going to see if we can find Tony Cox as well. Tony Cox, another driver carrying an onboard camera with us. Tony Cox from Alexandria, Indiana. There you see him sawing on his wheel, and he is very focused there. It looks like triple monitors for Tony Cox. He's in the 28th position, so still a lot of time for Tony Cox to make his way up to the front. I'm glad his wife is joining us here tonight in the broadcast, and Tony Cox doing a great job here tonight.
Staying out of trouble, trying to keep it clean. Sometimes that's the best way to run these races. He's doing a great job tonight so far.
And there's your track map here tonight. You can see how spread out we are. The leaders right now crossing the start-finish line, and we have cars almost all the way around the track. I'll tell you that right now. And you could just see around this 1.5 mile track. It was repaved back in 2022. It became more of a super speedway race similar to Daytona and Talladega. As you see in real life, NASCAR this year had one of the best races of the season. Daniel Suarez was the winner. Came to the line 3 wide, man, for one of the most epic photo finishes you'll see in NASCAR history. And that was one of the greatest races of the season, along with Kansas. And you know, it's awesome to see that in real life. And you get here on the simulation, and you see it there for the halfway point for a free entry into the SummerSlam.
Yeah, almost a carbon copy of real life. It shows the talent level a lot of these guys and how hard they're racing up front.
Yeah, they've been racing hard since the drop of the green flag, and Joe and I have tried to do a great job of trying to go through the field as much as we can and try to feature all the drivers here tonight. PGR Esports always wants to thank all drivers for showing up and showing out and putting on a great show for our viewers here tonight. And they're doing a great job at a track we rarely go to. And I'd like to see more of Atlanta Motor Speedway on the calendar. I think it at least should get at least two looks at a quarter, maybe even more than that, because this is racing. This is what we come here to do. You put 4 tires on, and go to work, and that's what these guys are doing tonight.
I agree. You know, this is the first time that a lot of these guys maybe have ever been here, or the first time that they've run in a while. So I think the more they get used to it, I think just the better the racing will be.
Yeah, it really is. And there's Dylan Basin. He's gonna hold on. You could just, man, you could see it. You could see it in the front windshield, and you could just see him sawing on the wheel. Like, wow, unbelievable save there from Dylan Basin, as Ethan Acker back on point here for Team PGR. What a win this would be if that 12 is able to hold on. We are getting close to 60 laps of 90. That'd be 2/3 of this race in the books, and this is the longest green flag run of the night.
Yeah, these guys are doing a great job holding on to these race cars. It looks like they're never in a comfortable moment.
And we have a car off the track into the wall a little bit farther back. Not sure who it is.
Able to save
Might be Danny Barnes. And man, we have just action all over. I wish we could bring everybody more of this action. We'll try to spin through the field just a little bit. You see Kevin Freeze right there. A little bit farther back is going to be Chris Walker. So single file racing, man. Single file racing. You just got, we'll go back a little farther. Here's Noah Lurch, another newcomer here to PGR Esports. And go back a little bit farther than him. We'll go to Nim Silva from Washington, Baltimore area. He's got 8 official super speedway wins, but it's a different ball game here when you come to the money scene, as he will find that out. You see the 0-0 car. He is slipping in, sliding. Oh my God, man, this is just crazy. You just go through this field and you see guys just getting to the apron and locking them up and just trying to.
Oh, Daniel Eber gets turned by Daniel. by Dylan Basin.
And a
Big
big
right
wreck
of the
up front. It looks like all the leaders involved will have to see. And we apologize to the viewers. We were going through the field trying to feature some of our drivers here tonight, giving them some airtime, and we ended up missing the wreck up front. But we are going to get back up front here and try to see what happened there. We're going to roll it in slow motion. Daniel Eberhard, the third in the 90. He's in the white Xfinity Series car. You see Ethan Eckert leading everybody here. See if we can get to the chopper cam. That might give us a better look right there. Daniel Eberhard hard into the wall. Dylan Basin is just kind of driving right through him. Kind of turns him. He's going to turn sideways, go down the track. Malik Rayscape. Wow, Landon Velke, a great job. And here comes the one-stop machine. Or who's the 26, man? David Flanagan, I'll tell you what. Man, he was sideways trying to get on the brakes to avoid that, but nothing he could do there. And it seems like, Joe, we're having only a couple car wrecks, but if you're anywhere near it behind, you put any pressure on those brakes with these temps and old tires, and it's turning you right around.
Yeah, there's very little reaction time with these cars in this track temp. It's not like Talladega where you can throw it to the apron and maybe even get in the grass to try to avoid a wreck. If you are holding a line through the corner, it's very hard to deviate from that. And yeah, unfortunate. Just dragged a lot of cars into this. About 7 cars with damage there.
Here's a perfect replay of this. Here's the 90. He's going to go up and push 12 of Ethan Eckert. He's in the bumper. He's going to shove Ethan just up the track and kind of just follow him. I'm not sure if he knew the 11 of Dylan Basin was there. Could have been a little tunnel vision there for the 90 of Daniel Eberhard, but unfortunate right there for the 90 and obviously the 11. They've been mainstays in the top 5 just about all night long. And you see when Dylan Basin came down the track, Flanagan had nowhere to go. He's going to get into him. Here comes Dylan Jones into them. Looks like Kevin Freeze. Alex Hill's sideways. Alex Hill's going to lose his bumper. Heavy damage for him. Jeffrey Merck. Man, look at him on the brakes hard. It looks like he's just going to skid the wall and just get some front end damage. And, whew, man, I'll tell you what. This is just wild here tonight.
Yeah, that happened right at the front of the pack. One of the first wrecks that we've had right in with the leaders. So this is going to shake up the field big time. Yeah, just unfortunate. Daniel Eberhard following closely the bumper of Ethan Eckert and just ran out of room there.
Yeah, he did run out of room. We'll see if we can get Trevin Ashroth back up here. He looks like to be the only one that has a driver cam that we can interview here tonight. And Trevin Ashroth, bud, you gotta
spit on that thing.
Man, oh man, this guy. You got a copy here tonight, bud?
Yes, sir. Always, always.
Well, I'll tell you what. We might have had 7 cautions, but from our vantage point up here, it's just been a couple cars spinning, and for the most part, it's just because some of the guys behind them, they get to the brakes and they just kind of spin out. Tell us about how this track has changed and what you're feeling in this. I mean, this is just a sight to behold up here in the tower.
So what we're really figuring out right now is that you kind of have to drive the car a little deeper in the corner to keep it from kicking out. Really ride the right front a little more than what you want to, because you're letting off the throttle completely. That back end of the car is coming around. So a lot of these guys having problems coming off corner or going into the corner because the ass end is coming around on them. So that's what we're fighting right now with this hot track. It's trying to figure out where the grip is, and later on in the run, the middle line comes in. So it's going to be a cat and mouse game. I'm still fighting, trying to get these 3 laps back from that last wreck. So we're going to see what goes on here.
Well, yeah, man, it's been a fun race to watch. I'm hoping all the drivers don't get discouraged and enjoy it. We've had a lot of new blood up in the front, and I'll tell you what, I'm hoping some of these guys break through. It'd be a big win, especially for Ethan Eckert holding his own. But Trev, we appreciate you coming up here, man. Get back up on that wheel, man, and have a good rest of your night.
Heck yeah, brother. Y'all be safe. Let's go racing, boys.
That is Trevin Astronaut. He's ready to get back to green flag racing. Up front is Andrew Zanto. Remember, he went for a ride earlier when he was in the top 5, and he's battled all the way back here, and he is now leading this race, and I'm not sure if he stayed out, what the deal was there. I'll tell you what, if you're any of these drivers in this field now, Joe, you better have got your tires by now.
Yeah, it looks like everyone from about 2nd on back to the 20th on brand new fresh tires. Andrew stayed out on 22 lap old tires because he was involved in a wreck earlier. So figured this is the only shot he got.
Yeah, and you see him going right to the back. That's those little tires aren't going to hang here up front at Atlanta. I'll tell you what, this track over the years is going to keep wearing out, and it's only going to get better. And eventually, way down the road, we'll maybe return almost to the old Atlanta. But for right now, it's more of a super speedway, and we're enjoying the race up here for the lead. It's Ethan Eckert battling Bennett, Allen, Dylan, Basin. Man, I'll tell you what, I would love to see a top three like that. Here comes Malik Ray. He's been sitting there all night long there in the 7th. Also, you got Landon Belicky for OSM. Man, please, let's just have some new blood be at the top of the leaderboard here tonight when we have 25 laps to go, now 24 here in the PGR eSports Intimidator Superspeedway Series.
Yeah, aggressive racing throughout the pack. Andrew Santos continuing to fall back, but it's like everyone behind him negotiate and looking to make moves to the front here.
Everyone making moves. We look a little bit farther back. This is the WAD. You should see all these cars almost 3 wide. There's Cody Eagles, Dylan Jones, the 74, Brian Hennings. These cars are all battling hard for track position, trying to get up into the top 10 and make their way into the top 5. It's 3 by 3 there in the middle of the pack. Matt Lee's trying to get back involved. He's hooked up with his teammate of Cody Neagles. Here comes the 31 of Christopher Carter. He's ready to get in some action here tonight. I'll tell you what, things are heating up. These drivers are on it. They know the time is short. 22 laps to go, and we hit the line here coming around. And I'll tell you what, man, this is just, it's been exciting to call, Joe. I'm looking forward to see how this one's going to shape out.
Yeah, it looks like we're shaping up for a really good finish, but it's hard racing from about 5th on back is exactly what the leaders want to see. They're able to save their tires, take it a little bit easier, save their stuff for later in the race, and going to put themselves in a better spot.
Here comes Daniel Eberhardt, the 3rd. I'll tell you what, he's going to waste no time in charging back to the front. He's going to the top. He's going to the bottom. He's going to the middle. He's taking no prisoners right now. That 90 is up and on that wheel, and he's looking for more here as he's on the back bumper of the 04 of Matt Lee. I'll tell you what, here also comes the 25. We haven't talked about him much tonight, but here he comes in his black and red Camaro. It's Kevin Freeze. He's looking for that elusive 7th PGR victory, and he is coming to the front when it matters most. He was super excited about racing here tonight. He knew and loved these conditions because he knows he wants to race when it's hot. He knows he has the talent to get it done, and here he is when it counts. We knew a couple guys were going to sandbag. That's one of them. It's Kevin Freeze here to the top 5.
It's like we just had to change the lead as Dylan Basin and Bennett Allen both get around Ethan Eckert. Ethan's trying to come back through the inside.
Yeah, what a drive for Dylan Basin after, you know, getting almost caught up in that last incident.
3 wide. Oh, really good save by RP Allen. He almost wrecked there.
Yeah, both Allen. Yeah, sorry to cut you off. Both Allen's doing a great job here tonight of not only getting to the front and racing, but you know, when they are almost practically spinning, they are able to save it. So some really good racecraft. Would love to see both Allens come back to PGR and racing with us a lot more.
Yeah, I'm really impressed by a lot of the new guys up front tonight. Trying to keep their nose clean, trying to stay it with a lot of these guys that are seasoned veterans in this series, so they're doing a really good job.
And that they are. As you see the roll bar here, camera of RP Allen. Getting a great view of what this looks like. Here's the gyro cam, all that banking gear in the turns, and he's been hard on his wheel here, just cranking it, and you'll take a ride with him around here as you see all the cars in front of him. He's going to be entering turn number 3 here and turn it down in here, and you could just see turning left, turning right, just trying to keep this car straight, and you just see all the Xfinity cars ahead of him wobbling in this air and in this traffic, and what a heck of a drive here for RP Allen here tonight.
Yeah, a lot of these guys starting to bunch up again because we are on those new tires, able to stay a lot closer. So trying to get closer to the front, better spot for the finish.
Yeah, 3 wide
Three
racing
wide.
now, and this is incredible. We're almost 4 wide.
All right.
If the 11 could get to the outside, we'd be 4. We stay 3, thank God, because that probably wouldn't have worked. Allen, Eckert, here comes the 42 of Dylan Jones. Man, we are 3 wide. Nobody is, but there's no room given right now. Hennings is all the way below the red. He's going to come back up into the track. Here comes Sean Hill, Alex Hill. He's in the middle. He's digging for more. Matt Lee's involved now. Everybody's coming to the front. Chris Walker, he's in 7th. Cody Niegels now, he cracked the top 10. Man, this is going to be a heck of a finish.
I can hardly even watch. Kevin Freeze trying to make the inside move. Almost 4 wide again.
We're going to pop up into the Goodyear blimp. You see all these cars 3 by 3 all the way up into the front of the pack. Then it's a little bit more single file from there. What a race here in the front of this field. And here comes Daniel Eberhard. We knew he wasn't going to waste any time. You see some smoke coming out from some of these cars, man. They are on it. The tires are wearing. It's hotter than heck here in Atlanta. Man, Alex Hill's going to try to split 3 wide. Is he going to do it? He's going to think better. He's going to go back down. Ethan Eckert to the point here at Atlanta. We have 15 to go, 14 to go at the line. The young man from Chicago is holding off. It's one of the strongest fields here in PGR history at Atlanta. I'll tell you what, that 12 car is on it. He might be the new favorite to win here.
Yeah, he's holding pretty up front. All those 3 wide and 4 wide moves. He was able to stay clear of it as he's taking 3 wide right here.
Yeah, 3 wide might not be the spot he wants to be in. Dylan Jones now to the point. He's going to pull up in front of the 25 of Kevin Freeze. That's going to open up the door for the 77. That Blender's Ford, I believe it's a Ford, of Alex Hill, the 23. Man, he's doing a heck of a job as Chris Walker, Team KSR. We haven't talked about him much. Chris Walker, he practiced for the last 2 days. He's been ready to, I'm getting excited. You can just tell in my voice, man. This is going to be a heck of a finish. 13 to go. Let's go green the whole way, man. I want green flag racing all the way to the end.
We are 3 by 3 by 3 all the way. Looks like to about 9th. This is crazy. You know, Chris Walker, he's always going to find his way up front. You know him. He's always going to be aggressive. Doesn't care what people think about him.
There goes Kevin Freeze. A big wreck here. Kevin Freeze, Daniel Eberhard, Alex Hill.
Oh, my goodness.
The 31 comes in, ARCA break, and there goes the 26. Oh, Walker's involved. Oh, Corey Cook, he's going to skate through that one. Oh, my God. What amazing, amazing racing for how long. Unbelievable. Dylan Jones, Ethan Eckert, Bennett Allen. They're going to all benefit this. So is Brian Hennings. That's going to be 2. Oh, wow, Tyler Vickery. That's going to make it 3 Team PGR drivers in your top 5. Cody Niegels might have got through that as well. He looks like he has a lot of front end damage. Jesse Calloway, he's being scored now in 7th. Man, we have a lot to dissect here as we go back here and check out what happened on this last caution. It's the 8th caution of the night, and that's going to happen here in the front of the pack.
Yeah, we may not be at Talladega or Daytona, but we can't escape the big one. Just really a tough spot for Kevin Freeze to be in. Raced super hard. Tires are starting to wear a little bit and got ping-ponged around a little bit and caught up the field with him. Yeah,
you see him get all the way up into the 12. He's going to spin out and probably didn't mean to collect anyone. He's going to collect the 77 of Alex Hill. Chris Walker, innocent bystander there. You see all the cars just dive down. Cody Niegels, man, he might have missed it. Daniel Eberhard couldn't miss this one. His night might be over. There goes the 8. He just spun. There goes Walker. He's up into the wall. He lost his bumper. As Matt Lee comes down, is he going to collect his teammate? He does at Cody Niegels. And that's a nightmare for Nightmare eSports right there. It's Cody Niegels, Matt Lee, both involved in this one. And, man, we'll have a lot of other cars here coming down the pit lane. We'll have to get a view of pit lane right now. And you see some guys coming down. Well, that's not live. We're going to go live here in just a second and take it back down pit lane. You see a bunch of cars here getting some damage fixed, taking some tire. Well, I don't think anyone's taking tires now, because if you didn't get your tires earlier, you're crazy. But you see right there Malik Ray coming off pit road, and man, we haven't talked about Garrett Maines. I wonder where Garrett Maines here is in the field. He's being scored back in 27th position. Man, I'll tell you what, I really thought we'd see a lot of Garrett Maines, Malik Ray, up here in the front of this field, and it's just been new blood here, and I love it.
Oh yeah, it's great to see a bunch of these new names up front. it's I don't want to say refreshing because obviously it's great to see the best of the best come to the front, but just new names and new talent. It's really exciting.
Yeah, it really is, man. It's been a sight to behold here tonight. You're looking at Dylan Jones. He is your race leader. A heck of a race, a heck of a drive by Dylan Jones here tonight. I'm sure he would love to get into victory lane here at PGR. I'm not quite sure if he has a PGR win. I'd have to go back and look at the all-time stats, but doing a great job if he hasn't had one because he has been up front near most of the night. Bennett Allen, he's being scored in second place right now. Matt Lee with no rear end bumper, he's being scored in third. Team PGR driver Brian Hennings is being scored in fourth. Not sure what happened to Ethan Eckert, but Cody Neagles right now is going to round out your top five. I'm going to go back here and try to find Ethan Eckert on our scoring monitor.
It's like, unfortunately, Ethan Eckert was given a UL penalty for the last incident there on track, so it was a good run tonight, but it's going to be tough coming from that far down the field.
Well, that's surprising there. I'd have to go back and look. I don't know about that. I didn't see if he did anything wrong. Not sure why Ethan Eckert had the EOL. It did not look. I mean, he was leading the race.
He was leading the race. He got split 3 wide, I believe, in turn 3, so he was still on the outside there, but I'm not sure. I feel that was more of the bottom 2 lanes coming up into him.
Well, unfortunate.
It could be a race deal there.
Unfortunate scenario there. It looked like Kevin Freeze actually went up the track and and then came back down. It looked like Ethan Eckert was plenty good, but we'll have to go and review that one here after the race. Right now we're focused on the last 9 laps of this one. We're going to have 8 laps to go at the line. Pace car is down pit road. Dylan Jones is going to lead him down, so is Bennett Allen is outside. We are back at green here at Atlanta. Who wants it? Who wants it the most? It's been one of the toughest PGR races to date. Who's going to get the victory? This is going to be one of the most elusive and hard-earned victories we've ever had here at PGR eSports. Here comes Cody Neagles. Here comes Brian Hennings. It is shaping up to be a photo finish here tonight, guys. You do not want to miss this. 8 to go here. We are spreading out in the back, and we're going to have a big wreck here in the back of the field.
Another big one. Like Andrew Zanto again.
Yep, and we're going to take you right to it. Very simple, a big wreck. Everyone, not much real estate here in the back, guys, and this is what's going to happen 9 out of 10 times here. As you see, Alan Hill, man, collected a lot of drivers here, mid-pack on back. And they're all racing hard. I get it. They're, got to get to the front. There's not much time left, and good thing for the leaders. They're not going to have that many laps to go when we go back green, and you see all the cars just panning out there. Lurch and Jambrone involved. So is Eckert. And Eckert's night's going to come to an end here, and just some bad luck for him. And wow, everything has changed here pretty quickly here at Atlanta tonight.
Yeah, that's a very tough blow for Ethan Eckert. He's run up front all race, and it's an EOL that's maybe not fully deserved, and he gets caught in the wreck, and night over for him, unfortunately.
Yeah, I'm sure he is not going to be happy. He's going to definitely come call on my door here tonight. We're going to have to bring Kenny Reel in with him and sort that one out, because I'll tell you what, I didn't see it. Like I said, I'll have to go back and see exactly what happened, but I just remember him being in the lead and really not having anything to do with that wreck. But we'll have to go back and see. We do review everything here at PGR after the race to see exactly what happened. And do have a new RC here tonight. Kenny Reel doing a great job, and he's got his hands full here tonight, so I'm sure he's making the best decisions he can possibly make, and it's the toughest job, in my opinion, in money racing, is to be an RC. So kudos to him for stepping in for Matthew Baker and helping us out, because without an RC, you can't put these races on.
Yeah, that looked like a checkup from the inside lane that may have caused an incident. Just running out of room, coming together with RP Allen and Nim Silva, and collecting everyone else behind him.
And laps are ticking off here, and man, we had a heck of a green flag run just a little bit earlier, and I was hoping they were going to go green the rest of the way, but That's tough to do, and these guys are putting on a show here tonight. Let's give these drivers their flowers, and you know they're behind these wheels, and we got a little dialogue here from D3, and not too happy with Ethan Eckert. And we'll have to see what that's all about here after the race, but I don't
Yeah,
think from what I'm reading it, Daniel Eberhardt not happy with the call on Ethan Eckert as well.
yeah, that was a tough call. If I feel like that was more of a racing incident for that one. Just racing hard and running out of room.
Well, we all
Um,
make we all make mistakes. I've made mistakes doing RC. I've made mistakes on a broadcast. I've made mistakes on the track. As long as you own up to them and you want to improve. I always tell myself after each broadcast or my race control duties, I always sit down with the drivers and hear them out, and because I'm not always right. The best thing I could do is call it how I see it in the heat of the moment, and sometimes that's not always the right way, the right call. So I got to go and review all my calls after a race and look at some replays and make myself better for the next time. And I'm sure you and I will do that here tonight with the broadcast, and Kenny Real will as well as an RC, and we'll have to see exactly what happened there with Eckert. Like you and me both did not see it, and it ended up costing him his night. But right now that doesn't matter. All that matters is who's going to take home the $250+ winnings. Dylan Jones is going to bring him down to green. It is Bennett Allen on his outside. Brian Hennings, Matt Lee, Tyler Vickery. That's going to make up your top 5. We are back green here at Atlanta. 5 to go. Now 4 to go here at the line. 4 laps to go. Dylan Jones out front. We are 2 by 2, but I'm sure we're going to go 3 wide racing here to finish this one. Who wants it the most? Here comes Brian Hennings in the SummerSlam 499 paint scheme. What a heck of a win this would be if he can get it. Here's the 11, Dylan Basin. He's led a lot of laps here at this race. Tyler Vickery, Matt Lee. We are fanning out in the middle of the pack and all the way back. It's Brian Hennings to the point here at Atlanta.
Looks like Kenneth McCullough gets turned. Another big one right there in turn 3 and 4.
And Joe reporting another big wreck here in 3 and 4. And man, I'll tell you what. It's all happening in the middle and in the back. These guys just fighting hard for position, and it's going to bring out our 10th caution of the night. A little bit too many that we wanted to see, but we're going to have to go back and take another look at yet another wreck here tonight and try to figure out what exactly happened here in the middle of the pack. Here it is in real time here.
Yeah, looks like Kenny McCullough gets sideways there, overcorrects, and snaps into the wall, and everyone trying to react and avoid a bigger wreck in the back behind him.
Yeah, they were all just checking up. You see all them fan out. Alex Hill's night's going to be well over. Trevin Astronaut, Landon Velicky. Looks like Phillips' night's going to be over. So a lot of torn up race cars here in the back. See if I could find Kenny McCullough. I know you reported he had some issues there. Might have been what started it. And here goes Kenny McCullough. He's in the 03, and he's just going to kind of snap loose here. And, man, you see that it's Andrew Zanto as well. Oh, wow, it's almost like he blew a tire and head straight to the outside wall. I mean, you don't see these cars often just snap like that. Here's another replay of the 03 of Kenny McCullough. Watch it here. He's snapping loose a little bit, then watch, boom, it just maybe overcorrects it just a little bit too much, but they're already wrecking in the back too, so I mean that probably wasn't the cause of the caution. Kenny McCullough in the wall, but we could have stayed green, but everybody that ended up wrecking behind ended up being the cause of tonight's 10th caution of the night. But when we do go back green, it's going to be the first attempt at a green-white checkered finish, if I'm not mistaken, and we do get the white flag, it'll be official, and we'll go all the way down to the checkered finish.
Yeah, very strange there. You're right. It was 2 separate incidents there. I didn't originally see the wreck there in the back. Yeah, looks like Kenny McCullough taken out with Francisco Villarreal, Alex Hill, and Ethan Eckert again caught with
I'll,
Brandon Velicki.
I'll tell you what, I'm a little biased being Team PGR owner here, but I have a driver in P1 that is Brian Hennings out here leading the charge in that SummerSlam 499 paint scheme. The SummerSlam 499 coming up in a couple weekends from now. It'll be on July 27th and 28th. If you're not signed up, head over to pgresports.com, go to the SummerSlam page, send in your payment and your registration form to lock yourself in to summer's biggest event on iRacing. It's the SummerSlam, $499 and $1,000 to the winner, a championship belt and all. And I'll tell you what, the hottest paint scheme on the hottest track, it's Brian Hennings. Can he get it done for Team PGR? Dylan Jones going to have something to say about that, as is Dylan Basin and Bennett Allen. And we'll have to see if Vickery and Lee can make some moves to get around them. Not sure if any of those drivers can. You see Malik Ray lurking a little bit farther back. And I am excited, Joe, to get this back green here. Man, this should be a heck of a finish.
Yes, it should. The field's not going to make it easy on him, but I think Brian Hennings is in a really good spot to take the checker flag here tonight.
Thanks to everybody joining us here tonight, everybody in the chat. Lisa Winter, Big Roos, Devin Ray, Scott Roney, Mark Math. We love you, Mark Math. Big supporter of PGR, and we are back green here at Atlanta. We have 2 laps to go, and we hit the line. Brian Hennings is your leader. Dylan Jones, he wants to win just as bad. This is going to be a heck of a race. We are 2 by 2 as we head into turn number 1 and the exit of turn number 2 to the backstretch here at Atlanta.
Dylan Jones there on the outside trying to keep even with Brian Hennings. Oh, looks like Brian Hennings gets turned.
Brian Hennings's turns. That's going to end his night, unfortunately. Dylan Jones to the lead. He's getting pushed by Bennett Allen. Here comes Tyler Vickery at Team PGR. He's on the bottom looking for more. We're going to take the white flag. This race is official. This is the last lap. The 42 has the lead. Dylan Basin in second. Bennett Allen in third. Tyler Vickery in fourth. Right now it's Dylan Jones' race to lose. Is he going to have enough to hold all these guys up? Here comes Bennett Allen on the top, the 69. He's going to slide. He's off the pace. It's a 4-man race right now. Here goes Dylan Basin. Dylan Basin to the bottom. He's getting pushed by Tyler Vickery. Can Basin hold him off? It's going to be a drag race to the finish. It's going to be another photo finish here at Atlanta. The 11, the 42. Who's it going to be? It's the 42 or 3 wide now, but the 15. I'm not sure. He's not allowed to make that move. Bennett Allen, I'm not sure if it's allowed to make that move. But Dylan Jones is your race winner here tonight. As we have a lot to sort out here at Atlanta. But right now it's Dylan Jones, Bennett Allen, Dylan Basin, Malik Ray, Tyler Vickery, Josh McCullough. That's your top 6, all getting a payout. You see Dylan Jones burning it down. What a heck of a race for him. Man, we're going to have to go back here to the checkered flag. If I'm not mistaken, the rule does state you're not allowed to go and pass below that red line. I know we're trying to follow the same rules as RMR. And Kenny Real probably did relay that to the drivers before the race. Not sure how they're all going to score this. If he didn't advance the position, it won't matter. No need to EOL him. But you see right here, there goes Allen. He's going to go all the way to the apron there.
I believe he did advance the position. He got slightly nose ahead of Dylan Basin there.
Yeah, so he might have to lose a spot for that because he took second. He might have to stay in third. Malik Ray, what a finish for him. And what a finish it was anyways. Right there is your photo finish. Dylan Jones, your winner here tonight. What a race. And heartbreak, I'll tell you though. Heartbreak for Brian Hennings. And just hard racing there. And just, like I said, heartbreak for him. And, man, my heart goes out to him. I've been in that position more times than not. Everyone knows that. The last PGR race a couple weeks ago, I was turned on the last lap myself, so I know how it is to be leading and get turned. So unfortunate for him here tonight, Joe, but what a race.
Yeah, that was an awesome race. It's exactly what we expected. Sliding through every corner. It wasn't going to be easy on these guys, but they were able to keep it relatively clean up front and put on a really good show for us tonight.
Yeah, they really did, man, and we're gonna have to get these guys up in the interview room, Joe. We're gonna take a break here in the booth, and when we get back, we're gonna come back here with your top five. Tonight's race win goes to Dylan Jones here at PGR Esports, and we will be right back after this break. And we are back here at the Atlanta Motor Speedway. You see Dylan Jones just a little bit earlier took the checkered flag here tonight. He was your first place finisher. The scoring's going to show Bennett Allen as second, but he's going to be your third place finisher unofficially as of now. We have some things to sort out here after the race tonight. Dylan Basin will be officially your P2 runner-up here tonight. So we're going to bring all three of those guys here in for interviews, and then after we interview them, we will show you the final standings here tonight and what a race it was. But we're going to get an interview right here with your third place finisher here tonight. It's going to be the man from Chattanooga, Tennessee, the 15 of Bennett Allen. Bennett, you got a copy?
Howdy.
Hey, howdy, man. And yeah, well, I don't even know where to start, man. First of all, you know, you're a newer driver here to PGR Esports. We're used to racing at, you know, Talladega, Daytona, and you know, we did an Atlanta race, our quarter number 2 this year, and this was the first race of quarter number 3, and we said, you know what, we're gonna go to a 90-degree track, which was about 140-degree track temperature tonight, and we're gonna give everyone one set of tires to change. Yeah, I'm not sure if you ever were part of a race like this. Walk us through it.
Yeah, you know, thanks to Ethan Eckhart for inviting me. He said that he did money leagues, and I was like, I don't like gambling, but why not? Um, and so I came in here with low expectations. I was just going to see where I finished, see what the talent was like, and I really enjoyed it. 90-degree air temp, 140-degree track temps, right where I like to run. The slicker, the better, because I know how to save tire, I know how to manage, and I think I only had one slip up maybe all race when it comes to causing a yellow, which is pretty good. It was all on accident. I just really enjoyed it, man. Huge thanks to you guys for putting this up because that takes a lot of effort, and to have this many people show up for a money race is pretty darn impressive. But 90 laps was tough, or technically 92 laps was tough with one set of tires, and I stayed out for as long as I could. And once I got back up front after going to the back, to the front, to the back, to the front 3 times, I finally took that set. And I was trying to work with Ethan there since he's my buddy, and it just didn't work out with the penalty after the incident. So, but yeah, this was a whole lot of fun. I'm definitely coming back, and yeah, I'm excited to see what other races hold.
Yeah, well, we'd love for you to join us every Thursday night. This was a rare Friday that we race. Unfortunately, last night iRacing was down, so we had to move the race. But man, I'll tell you what, we get a turnout like this on some Friday nights. We might have to think about adding some races here. But we saw you go underneath the red there. I know you guys might have not heard what the rules are. You're new to PGR here. We'll hopefully get to talk with you a little bit more after the race off air here. It looks like for now you're going to be scored in the third place position. And be paid out quite a hefty amount of money here tonight. So, kind of walk us through that last lap and your decision there to kind of go to the apron and see if you could, gain some more spots.
Yeah, that last restart was weird. I got a really good jump second lane on top, and I was trying to push the 42. And then you kind of all get really loose going into 3. 1 and 2 is pretty, normal. And then 3 and 4, you can feel how worn your tires are. In the back of my mind, I knew Malik was coming on freshies, so I was looking in my mirror. And I just kept falling back because the bottom had so much momentum for some reason. And it really was kind of flip-flopping all race, so I thought it was going to be cool on the top. Then coming into 3, the 124 got loose on the bottom. And I was like, shoot, okay, I can get a run off the top. And if I would have known, about the red line rule, which I probably should have, given it's a super speedway, but I wasn't sure because different leagues have different rules, right? And I was like, I'm going to try it. And if I get there, I get there. And if I don't, I don't. And I crossed the line P2, but like I said, we're going to talk after, and I'll take P3. I'm all about being fair. And if it was against the rules, it's against the rules. So hopefully we can talk it out. But, I mean, it was so much fun. Y'all should really think about opening that air temp every race. Talladega and Daytona, you won't feel it as much. But Atlanta, man, hot land that never disappoints. So it was awesome. It was fun.
Well, that's your third place finisher, Bennett Allen, tonight. And before we let you go, but anyone you want to thank or shout out?
Yeah, huge thanks to Outlier Speed Company running their setups for all the NASCAR stuff. They're really, really fast, and they're getting faster every week. So huge thanks to them. I got a couple partners: B-Blaze Vintage, JCTV, Money House Graphics, and Speedway Speedy. I remember it. Speedway Jewelry, I think it is a new sponsor I picked up. So huge thanks to those guys, and hope y'all like my Smiling Friends car because I like that show a lot, and that was the inspiration behind it.
Well, nice chatting with you, Bennett Allen, here tonight as we are going to go now to your second place and runner-up driver here tonight. We're going to pull him up and give this one to Joe Huerta as we bring in your runner-up tonight, Dylan Basin. Dylan Basin, you got a copy?
Yes, sir.
Hey, Dylan. Obviously you're new here on the scene. You stayed up front all race. Looked really impressive. Little to zero mistakes. Tell us about that final lap. You're in a pretty good spot there to potentially take the win. Had that unfortunate incident with I think Brian Hennings, I believe. But just tell us how that last restart went for you.
Yeah, the last restart, I mean, I didn't even mean to turn Brian. I had a car up my rear end too, and I was trying to lift a little bit, but I kind of got jacked up and then shot into him. So I didn't want that to happen at all. I was hoping to push him clear and get moving high on the final lap and get around him on the high side. But it's not how it turned out in the final lap. I thought I had a good chance, but whoever was behind me, I either got loose or wrecked or something, and I just had no help. And then I was thinking, oh, Bennett's coming low. He pushed me, and then he went below the red line. I was like, that's not what's supposed to happen. So put ourselves in the right spots. Just every other circumstance surrounding me just wasn't in the best place, but we still got a P2 out of it. So can't complain too much.
Exactly. You still got that payout there, but yeah, I was really impressed by you being able to stay up front all night, save your tire, and stay in front of a lot of the big name guys, and able to walk out of here with a P2 and a little bit heavier wallet.
Yeah, I mean, it's not my first start in PGR at all, but my first one at Atlanta, and this track, while still being a super speedway, requires a little bit more skill still, as you guys probably saw with the tire saving and whatnot. I love Talladega and Daytona, but when it's a little bit of skill, that's where I feel like I shine the most, and it showed right here.
Perfect. It was a great watching you tonight, and hopefully we'll see you again here next week and in the SummerSlam 499.
Alrighty, appreciate it.
That was your runner-up here tonight, Dylan Basin. What a heck of a drive from that man. He was very happy here tonight with his finish. And, man, I'll tell you what, the guy that's the most happy here tonight at Atlanta Motor Speedway, that's going to be your race winner, Dylan Jones in the 42. You got a copy?
Oh, sure do.
All right, man. Let's just cut to the chase. What a freaking heck of a race. And 140 plus degree track temp, slipping and sliding. How much more fun can you have racing than that?
I've been doing a lot of money racing over the last few years, and that was probably top 2 races I ever ran. It was tons of fun. Gotta love super speedway racing with a hint of talented skill and decision making to put yourself in the right positions and make sure your tires are good. And it's definitely the best.
Well, I'll tell you what, you overcame a little bit of adversity there in the race, but you were up front nearly all night long, man, and just sawing on that wheel. It was a sight to behold. And we were up here in the booth. We said, there's been quite a few cautions, but going back through them, it'd be at 1 or 2 cars here and there, and it was just kind of some, drivers behind them that were just having trouble braking with these, hot temps. Was that kind of the problem? During a wreck, is kind of like blowing way down to try to collect the car a little bit in the draft?
Oh yeah, definitely. Like lap 30, I had damage. Went all the way to the back, got it fixed. Drove back up to 8th. I think it was like lap 60. That was when Daniel and them wrecked up there, and I was pretty far back from it. And I was trying to slow down, and you would have thought I didn't even slow down for the wreck. I just plowed right into that thing. So lap 60, went back to the back again, drove back to the field. But yeah, it was tough out there to watch out for wrecks, and I mean 50 cars out here, and everyone's going to be greedy. Everyone wants that inch of the racetrack, so wrecks are bound to happen.
Well, yeah, you said it. 51 cars here tonight. I mean, we had a postponement last night. I'm over here like, hey, I don't think we're going to have that big of a field. Next thing you know, we probably have the largest field ever for an Atlanta money race. I mean, unbelievable field here tonight. And I mean, like I said, we had a lot of cautions, but I thought it was even going to be more chaotic than it was. But let's put it this way, man. You've been out there before. You've been up front. You've raced in a lot of these, but it takes a lot of talent and a lot of skill, like you said, to win here tonight. This was different. This wasn't Dega. This wasn't Daytona. It was Atlanta. And we only gave you guys a set of tires to change during that race. Maybe tell us about that. When did you take your tires? Did you take 4 when you took them? 2 and 2? How'd you do it?
Yeah, I took 4 when I got wrecked on lap 60. So I was on, I think most of the people up there except Malik, he had 4 tires. So he definitely, if we would have had another lap there, I think he probably would have took the checkered there at the end.
Well, yeah, it's a big, doing the race like this. I mean, there's a lot of strategy, and you just don't know when the cautions are going to fall. And if you sandbag those tires and a late caution doesn't come, you're going to be out there practically on ice. But you got the job done here tonight, man. It was great to watch you burn them down here for the Atlanta crowd. Before we let you go, man, anyone you want to thank or shout out?
So a big thank you to you, Michael, and everyone at PGR for stepping in and putting the community together and making this all fun every week for us. It's been amazing, and I can't wait for more challenging races like this. I think the car count shows that people aren't scared of a little bit more of a challenge. I actually think it opens up opportunities for other people even more than just running straight up super speedways. So can't wait for the next one.
All right, Dylan. Well, you have a good night. Go celebrate, man. We'll talk to you soon. Thank you.
Thank you.
Well, Joe, that was your race winner, Dylan Jones, as we brought up the entire result board here tonight. Dylan Jones, your race winner. Runner-up, Bennett Allen, even though now he's being scored in third for making the pass below the line. So Dylan Bason's going to funnel up here to P2. Still have some more to talk about after the race with that. Malik Ray, for right now, he's being scored in fourth, and Tyler Vickery in fifth. Josh McCullough Motorsports, he's being scored in sixth as your last driver in the payout positions. Garrett Maines, Jesse Calloway, Kenneth McCullough Jr., and Corey Cook, a great run for him. That's going to be your top 10. Cody Niegels, he made a run up there for Nightmare Esports. He'll finish in 11th. Munasti Major in 12th. Francisco Villarreal in 13th. Alex Hill in 14th. Andrew Zanto 15th. Adam Young 16th. Matt Lee 17th. John Ward, he made a really big comeback from a very early wreck. He's going to finish in 18th here tonight. You see Landon Veliky at One Stop Motorsports. He's going to finish in 19th. Aubrey Thompson of BAR in 20th. Kevin Freeze, man, he made a charge and then got caught up in a wreck. He's going to finish in 21st. Ethan Eckert, probably the biggest drama here after the race is going to be that EOL he was assessed. Tony Coxon, 23rd. Stephen Miles, 24th. Brian Hennings, 25th. Philip Matthews tonight, he's going to finish in 26th. Jared Haynes in 27th. Mark Vondell in 28th. David Flanagan, 29th. Jimmy Emos, 30th. Christopher McCullough, 31st. Trevin Astronaut, 32nd. R.P. Allen, he was racing up front for a while, finishes in 33rd. Nim Silva finishes in 34th here tonight. Noah Lurch, 35th. Josh G. Ambrone, 36th. D3, Daniel Eberhardt in 37th. Chris Walker, 38th. Christopher Carter, 39th. Heath Job in 40th. In 41st, Jeff Merck. Tyler Forby in 42nd. 43rd, Justin Mills. 44th, Danny Barnes. Terry Wilson finishes in 45th. Steve Sizemore, 46th. Brandon Broadfoot finishes in 47th. Ron Morris Jr. in 48th. Thomas Wolf in 49th. Jonathan Herbert in 50th. And Bobby Jones rounds out your race here tonight as the 51st and final driver. There you have it, Joe. It was a crazy race. Give us your thoughts.
Yes, it was, and I'm really impressed by Dylan Jones. You know, he was quietly up front. I'm going to say that he was quietly up front all night, but he was there when it mattered. But yeah, again, heartbreaker for Ethan getting that UL, and I feel especially for Brian Hennings. You know, he was the front on that final restart, and just unfortunately got caught in a bad spot and got turned. But yeah, a really good race. I feel like we should take it to Atlanta more. Give these guys a challenge.
Yeah, you kind of just took it right from me, man. I'm almost thinking the same thing. Let's drop the hammer down on Atlanta Motor Speedway, because right now I think it's the best racing in my opinion, and we saw it in quarter 2 at PGR, and we saw it here tonight. And tonight's conditions were even more difficult than they were the first time around. And you know what we do here at PGR is we gather feedback from the drivers and we let them dictate what we do. And if they want more Atlanta, we'll give them more Atlanta. If they want the track temp a little bit lower, we'll give them a little bit lower. If they loved it, we'll do it again. But 51 drivers here tonight, PGR Esports on a Friday night. Man, Dylan Jones, he gets the victory. Bennett Allen finishes in third, even though Dylan Basin in second. So a little bit wrong up here on the screen. We'll get to that here in the post-race comments in the Discord. But if you watch tonight, we do appreciate you joining in the SummerSlam 499 coming up in a couple weekends on Saturday, July 27th, and Sunday, the feature, July 28th. $1,000 to the winner, a championship belt. It's all on the line. Go to pgresports.com to sign up. We need we don't need, but we'd love to see 150 drivers plus out there fighting on Saturday and all the preliminary races in the LCQ to get themselves to that feature race on Sunday. It's going to be 500 miles at Talladega Superspeedway in the Xfinity Series car. It'll be no fast repairs and 100% fuel for all those laps there. Well, Joe, it was a great race to call here tonight. And man, I'm already excited for the next one. So for my partner here tonight, Joe Huerta of Team KSR, thanks for joining me. For Michael Triscaro, myself here at PGR eSports, Dylan Jones is your winner, and we will all see you next time. Thank you.